Okay, getting pissed off. Okay, we all get pissed off, some more than others, but you know, we all still get pissed off, okay? So today we're going to talk about how not to get pissed off, or a more formal way of saying it is how to avoid arguments, bickering, in general, how to live conflict free. Turn the lights on. Okay. I think we can agree that most of the problems derive from other people, such as your friends, your boyfriends or girlfriends, your parents, your siblings, your friends of friends, or even yourself. Sometimes your friends betray you. Sometimes you have friends who you thought are friends ends up gossiping and saying mean things about you. Sometimes strangers are rude to you, and then sometimes your parents don't understand you. Despite what a lot of people think out there, I'm not as happy and bouncy like 24/7, okay? Some of you guys think rainbows fly out of my ass and I fart sunshine. But, you know, I get frustrated, I can get angry, and some days I'll just be like really pissed. I'm the type of person who lets anger build up within me. I just let it bottle up, and then it builds up and builds up, and then I explode. So it can be days, weeks, or even months of building up. So you can imagine it's like a volcano. I'm unstable. And then usually I normally like go berserk when something like really small happens. Like there's no juice in the fridge and I just like incredible help, you know. I'd be like, why is there no juice? Why are you doing this to me? I need my juice. I've trained myself to be patient, especially when working with difficult people. And me working in the Chinese, I've had my fair share of working with unreliable staff or customers who are being unreasonable. They're screaming people in the background, screaming customers, you're screaming on the inside. And then in high school, I've endured quite a decent amount of racism, and then of course, you know, there's a whole like bitchiness and all the drama that goes behind it. And then on YouTube, I would also like to think I have a decent amount of trolls as well. But nonetheless, even though I tend to build up on my anger, or if I'm upset, I would like to think I'm still quite a happy person. I think it takes quite a lot to piss me off. And usually if I am upset or angry, it's something to do with myself. So this bruise, I shin the bathtub. I want you guys to remember that you cannot be pissed off unless you let yourself be pissed off. And as Joyce Meyer says, when someone gives you offense, it doesn't mean you have to take it, right? And she kind of used a metaphor of when someone gives you a poisonous snake, you would take it, right? Because that snake's just gonna hurt you, it's damaging. So the question is, why do we hang on to this poisonous snake? Why do we keep it with us when it's just gonna continue to hurt us? So whenever someone tries to put you down, you tell yourself, I'm not going to take your offense, okay? I am not so petty. In order to be able to be a stronger or the bigger person, you must be given the opportunity to become the bigger or the stronger person. And this means overcoming difficult people and difficult situations. So this means that you have a choice. It's just sometimes a lot of people just choose to give in to the other person. I used to want answers for everything. I'd be like, why does she or he have to be like this? Why can't they understand? Why? And then I realized that for some people it could be difficult for them not to be the way they are, okay? It could be very difficult for them to change. It doesn't mean I can't change the way I act. If you can't wait for someone to do what's right, then you go ahead and you do it. Just do it for yourself. And especially when sometimes people just don't listen. You say one thing, they fire 10 things back at you. And sometimes the things they like fly back at you aren't even relevant. So this is just something that they'll have to work on in their own time. But realize that you just can't please everybody. It's just impossible. You know, you'll always have people who won't agree with you. For the past several weeks, I think I was a little cranky and a little petty, especially when I've been letting, like, you know, my stress and my anger build up. So little things actually got to me. And when you're stressed and angry or upset, it kind of snowballs. So then I felt the need to correct those who were accusing me, you know. And it wasn't even until you guys reminded me this. As long as you know you're doing the right thing, you don't need to explain yourself. And that is absolutely true, and I can't believe that I let myself forget about this. Have you guys ever realized that being right can be so overrated? I'm talking about relationships with your family and friends. If you really think about it, by being right, you have a price to pay, because you can end up damaging your relationships. You could end up hurting others. You could end up hurting yourself. So being right can be so overrated, and you know, that is a price you pay for pride. So I've really learned that you can't please everybody. Some people will just not like you regardless what you do. You could be a bad person and still have the same amount of people that dislike you. You could be a good person and people will still dislike you. Seeing people who are kind, doing wonderful things really inspires me to be a better person, you know. When you're being good to yourself and when you're being good to others, you exude this type of like glow. You'll just have this really beautiful shine. You'll just glow from within because you're shining so much light. You know, you're giving out, you're being a good person, you're getting on with people. Sometimes you can make those who live in the darkness realize their own darkness, and this can make them feel uncomfortable. So then they'll try to put you down, they'll try to hurt you, they'll try to piss you off. But remember, you never have to take offense. Just because someone gives you it doesn't mean you have to take it. So let all the difficult people in your life, all the difficult situations, all obstacles, mold you into a better person. Let it help you grow a thicker layer of skin. Let it teach you to be patient. Let it teach you not to be so petty, not to be so touchy. Learn to let go of your negative feelings because these negative feelings will only end up hurting you. What's really hard is being angry. What's really hard is being upset. What's really hard is holding a grudge, you know. Feeling resentment really hurts you. And I know that I would never want to live my life living in resentment. Try to let go of all the unforgiveness in your heart, let go of all the bitterness. And the second you do, I promise, I guarantee you guys that you'll be so much more joyful and you'll feel so much more free. You wouldn't have this burden in your heart. It just isn't worth it and you might as well free yourself. Don't let yourself give in to someone's judgment, okay? Certainly don't let it ruin your life. Just because someone can't agree with you or disagree with you respectfully doesn't mean that you can't do that for yourself. We're human. We all make mistakes. Sometimes we'll do well, sometimes we'll fall. There will be people who will try to put you down. They'll kick you and they'll punch you and they'll like jab you between the butt when you're not looking, okay? So you will fall and, you know, sometimes you could even get wounded, but it doesn't matter as long as you learn to get back up on your feet and become a stronger person. As for problems with your parents or your friends, you just have to realize that they are still people. And as people, they are also learning. I would take a deep breath and try not to let my frustration make me do anything silly. Okay, so we talked about dealing with other people, but what about dealing with ourselves? After I make this video, I know maybe I'll get some comments saying, you know, Bobs, thank you so much for making this video. It's inspired me to be a better person. And, you know, I get comments like this and it really flatters me. In fact, I'm really grateful when you guys tell me stuff like this, but I know what I'm like. What I mean is I try not to gossip, I try not to say bad things about people, but sometimes you have that thought in your heart and even still you end up hurting yourself, you know. So you have to overcome all the judgment, overcome all the shallowness, and you'll be so much more happier and it's so much more better for you. You can't just change your actions, you also have to change your heart. And it's a good thing that you feel guilty, you know. Don't give yourself such a hard time. As long as you have that feeling of guilt, it means that you know you're doing wrong, okay? Whenever you do something wrong that could hurt others or your dignity, then you can either stop and learn from it, or you just cover it up with more lies, more betrayal, more gossip, and just end up hurting others and yourself. Don't give in to pride, don't give in to resentment. Concentrate on yourself and your loved ones. And I hope what I'm sharing with you guys today will open up your hearts and perhaps even inspire you to kind of give your heart a new direction. And remember to smile, guys. When you smile at someone, you have no idea how it can turn someone's dull, miserable day around. If today or this week or this month has really been crappy, miserable for you, then remember that there's always tomorrow. There's always a new day for new beginnings, new learnings, and new events. And if you're still feeling pissed off, just look at